Renegades pulled off this T-pistol round on train in their match versus AVANGAR in the new Challengers stage of IEM Katowice 2019. 4 Renegades gathered at the boilers position in front of B. Gratisfaction, who was holding the bomb, 2 flashbangs and a smoke, stood at the back. Liaz, JKS, and JKM were getting ready to push B ramp/lower. Azur stayed in corridors, countering a possible CT push from the ladder room. When everything was set, the execution began. Gratisfaction threw a smoke toward connector exit to cut off the view of the B ramp/lower. He waited a second before his smoke bloomed and threw 2 consecutive flashbangs to blind the CT at Popdog, the bomb site, and B ladder. His teammates rushed lower and pushed toward connector. Gratisfaction then moved toward lower and gave the CTs sight of the bomb and then waited. If trades at the B site followed and the bomb plant area was secured, he'd plant the bomb at the B site. In this scenario, depending on the situation, Azur could provide support at lower or upper, or he could play the lurker role and try to catch his opponents off guard coming through connector from behind. If the 3 Ts managed to reach connector and push through it toward the A site, Gratisfaction would join Azur and they'd enter the A site through ladder room. This second scenario was the one that happened in the match. The CTs were confused and caught off guard by the T's movement. At the beginning of the round, AVANGAR had 4 defenders at the A site, but after spotting the bomb at the B site, they were forced to rotate. Unluckily for them, all the rotations were predicted by Renegades. This well-orchestrated pistol round won them a great start. The next round we're going to talk about is an aggressive CT pistol setup by Team Liquid from their Blast Pro Series Sao Paulo match versus Ninjas in Pajamas on Overpass. Despite the USPS's long-range advantage versus the Glock, 3 CTs pushed T mid. Their objective was to force the Ts out of playground. Their actions would cause 2 possible scenarios. They would either sandwich NIP and connector, monster, or construction, or they'd force the Ts to apply an immediate and unprepared B-site execution. In both scenarios, a retake situation for the CTs was to be expected, and Team Liquid were ready for it. On the other part of the map, Nitro and Stewie, who had an incendiary 3 flashbangs and a defuse kit, got ready for the B-site execution. They held Monster and Catwalk via a boost at the CT position. The B-site execution soon followed, which was a signal for Naf and Elige to continue pushing where they'd eventually catch the Ts off guard by coming from behind. Lekro and Forrest did their best to prevent the CT's retake, but by that time, it was already too late for NIP. Another masterpiece from Renegades was their T-side pistol round versus NIP on Mirage in the new Challengers stage of IEM Katowice Major. This one includes a fake and is tricky to pull off. Gratisfaction and Liaz, who was in possession of the bomb, moved toward T-ramp. Azur moved toward top mid and played safe there, while JKM and JKS proceeded to B apartments. Gratisfaction and Liaz started the A-site execution by throwing their smokes toward jungle and top of stairs. Then they threw flashbangs over the ramp and showed that they intended to enter the site, forcing the CTs to find the bomb. These 2 players' objective was to cut off the view of A apartments and the A site from jungle, connector, and stairs, blind the CTs close to the T ramp and possibly get a frag, then show the bomb and retreat. As was mentioned earlier, spotting the bomb usually forces the CTs to get aggressive all over the map, so they can successfully rotate and reinforce the plant where the bomb was spotted. That's what JKM, JKS, and Azur were waiting for from the NIP players, and that's exactly what they got. Since NIP got the info about spotting the bomb from Get Right, the B-site defenders started rotating toward the A-site. Forrest pushed Catwalk and was dropped by Azur. These 2 factors meant that JKM and JKS faced no resistance entering the B-site. They easily secured advantageous positions and let Liaz, who'd rotated from T-ramp, plant the bomb safely. Here's an aggressive CT setup on Inferno by NRG in their match versus MIBR at Star Series and I-League Season 7. By this point, NRG were leading 11-4 and feeling really confident. That must have been one of the reasons they went for such an aggressive tactic here. From the very beginning of the round, Tarek was the only CT defending the B site, while all 4 of his teammates proceeded toward A. Ethan was playing a support role in this round. His flashbangs thrown towards second middle allowed Daps, Cirque, and Breezy to rush Boiler and second mid to initiate a fight. But they saw nothing there. Fair, who was the only T at that position, was blinded and managed to hide in underpass. Thinking that MIBR's plan was to execute on the B site, Energy adjusted perfectly. Breezy pushed further toward underpass, Daps stayed at second mid, while Ethan and Cirque rotated toward the B site through CT spawn. MIBR then found themselves surrounded. They did, however, have several options to continue in the round and try to win it. The easiest one was to rush B immediately after they got the info from Fur. They could hold, retake second mid, and rethink their whole approach to the round execution as there was still enough time left on the clock. But they decided to stick to their plan and apply their planned B-site execution. That decision turned out to be disastrous for MIBR. They acted fast, but just not fast enough. Those several seconds of delay gave Ethan and Cirque the necessary time to complete their rotation. At that point, Breezy and Daps went from behind and dropped Fallen. MIBR were trapped before they even entered the B site. Winning the round from there was quite easy for NRG. The last on the list, but still a very interesting pistol round, is going to be a slow A-side execution from Made in Brazil versus FAZE Clan on Nuke at Blast Pro Series Sao Paulo. MIBR set up a T-pistol, which had features similar to a round by Astralis at E-League CSGO Premier 2018 versus Team Liquid almost a year ago. However, MIBR's execution was more successful, so let's take a look at their version. First off, it was a slow round, where each player performed a certain role. Phelps showed his team's presence at radio by throwing a decoy. Coldzera held the hut angle from close to hut. Taco, with a full set of utility including an HE, flashbang, and smoke grenade, held the squeaky angle. Fair, with a P250, showed a Brazilian presence at T red box, poking, but trying not to take any damage himself. And he did a great job of that, as FaZe had to send Nico and Rain to hold the outside angle, weakening the A-site's defense. When the job was done, Fair rotated towards Squeaky as well. Fallen, in turn, did all the preparatory work for the A-site execution to be successful. He broke out all the windows from the T roof and pulled out his smoke grenade. After all that work, MIBR finally started their execution. Fallen threw his smoke toward Heaven through the broken window on the left. At the same time, Taco blew up Squeaky, threw a smoke toward main and a flashbang behind CT vent. During this nades execution, Fallen climbed up the T roof and threw a flashbang through the closer broken left window. And the only thing left to do after all the nades were out was to attack the upper site through Squeaky, with Coldzera attacking through hut and with Fallen holding the radio angle to protect his team's backside. Perfect timings left 3 FaZe players blinded on the upper site. Fair then got an entry frag onto Rain, and after that, winning this round was so easy for MIBR. So those are our top 5 pistol rounds. If you liked what you saw, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notifications bell so you never miss an upload.